history of Huron High School. Little emotion from the leader of the Tigers. And he gets the game ball, and a little ribbing from A.D. Bill Needham as well. Dino's done a great job. He's the dean of SBC basketball.
Sponsors include Buckeye Cable System with the pregame. Game of the Week replay sponsored by Matthews Ford. Player of the game, Murray. Play of the game, Firelands Regional Medical Center. Tonight's Fan of the Week, Parshauer Eye Center. Three-pointer of the game, Heimeiler Food Stores. Assist of the game, Ehovie Career Center. Cheerleader of the Week, Cameo Pizza. Pre-game, Buckeye Cable System. The Money Shot, brought to you by Mr. Money.
Tip-off, here we go with Bob Isfording and Nathan Williams jumping it up, and we are underway. Lucas Bauer controls, and you've got SBC basketball on your set tonight. Trevor Greenewalt against Kyle Halleck in the Perkins matchup defense to start. Dan Doster keeping an eye on Lucas Bauer, and there's Jared Lizzie powering to the basket as he does so well and getting the first 2 points on the board. Just kind of trading turnovers back and forth right here. Bob Isfording, according to the official, getting his feet set in plenty of time. And the whistle goes against Nathan Williams right here. First 4 points of the ball game, all from the Scarlet and Gray. Kyle Halleck dialing up long distance just a little bit too strong, and Lucas Bauer with a loose ball and no traction. And a lead to an assist from Curtis Lofties and a basket for Nathan Williams, and the Pirates on the board, trailing 4-2. Now look once again as the footing just going. Not much Lucas could have done about that one. Tried to keep it alive to one of the Tigers, but Lofties seeing the floor well. Williams running the floor well. And the Pirates with their first basket of the ball game. Tell you what, the Tigers can be a load to handle inside with Isfording and Lizzie and Greaves. A rebound basket for Isfording. Tigers with a 6-2 advantage early in this basketball contest. Obviously see a nice crowd on hand for this one tonight, as the crowds have gotten a little bit better as the year's gone along all around the area. Kind of slow getting started over the first half of this year. Lucas Bauer. It's a 9-2 Huron lead after that three ball from the corner. You know, teams can get led into a false sense of security sometimes when it comes to Huron, because we talk about them being one of the more patient teams around, and indeed they are. But boy, they will run you to death if you don't shut them down as well. They have the opportunities to run, they're going to take it, and they're going to make it pay. 9-2 Tigers. Just 3 minutes into the ball game. Brandon Jacobson. He nails down a 3 as well. And the Tigers have a 10-point lead. Scott McVeigh has told us before that one of the Achilles heels, as we look at the steal and lay-in by Devin Matthews, one of the Achilles heels for the Pirates has just been digging themselves big holes early in ball games. And deja vu right here. Nice assist from Lizzie to Bauer. The Tigers go up 14-4. Told you they'll run. And there's times when the mouths will run too. Alley-oop to Jared Lizzie. Tigers are on all cylinders right now. Yeah, let's take another look right here. Trevor Greenawalt. Wow, they don't come much prettier than that. He just laid it right there for Jared to jump up and lay it home. 16-4. This first period is just all Huron. It's not a shot that Jared Lizzie misses that often. The 16-4 just happened almost before you could blink your eyes. We know this Tiger gym can get noisy, but wow. He's got to be busting some decibel levels tonight. This is an enthusiastic bunch. Making it a pretty hostile environment for the Pirates in which to survive. Greg Schipple did a nice job of powering that basketball up. He had good defense from Ryan Knopfs, but Schipple wins the battle right there. 16-6 in favor of the Tigers. Darren Orzak getting the Tigers up by 12 once again. Tiger fans and students are carrying on. It really kind of sounds like a college atmosphere here tonight. One more opportunity for the Tigers, and heck, why not take advantage? Here's Trevor Greenawalt. Tip in by Jacobson. And you just saw first quarter Wow. About all you could say. The Tigers, inspired by game ball being given to Dino Caparini for the winningest coach ever in the history of Huron High School. Boy, they are rolling. 20-6 after one quarter. Huron, that 14-point lead at the end of the quarter, their biggest. And there was one of the great plays of the first quarter from Trevor Greenewalt to Jared Lizzie. Tigers 20, Pirates 6, 1 quarter in the books on TW Teleproductions Game of the Week.
Game of the Week brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury. Tonight's player of the game, Murray and Murray. Player of the game, Firelands Regional Medical Center. Fan of the week, Parshauer Eye Center. Three-pointer of the game, High Miler Stores. Assist of the game, Ehovie Career Center. Cheerleader of the week, Cameo Pizza. Pre-game sponsored by Buckeye Cable System, and the money shot by Mr. Money. Creative Floors, Flooring America, in their new location on the corner of Strub and Perkins Avenue. That's their new location in the former Carpet Town. Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Working hard to be the only bank you'll ever need. Fifth Third Bank. Tonight's game brought to you by the good folks at Wendy's Old-Fashioned Hamburgers, Perkins Avenue, also in Huron and on Milan Road across from the mall. Wendy's Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. Casper Buick Pontiac Jeep GMC. If anyone can do it, Casper can. That's Casper Auto Group. Tonight's game sponsored by Chet and Matt's Pizza, 1023 East Strub Road, 626-6000. See Chet or Matt, always out there talking to folks. Great place. Snow Trail Ski Area in Mansfield. Plenty of snow left despite the recent rains. And Foster Funeral Home and Crematory, located on Main Street in Huron. That's Foster Funeral Home and Crematory. Tonight's game also brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company. Locations throughout our area. Hometown bank for sure. That's the Citizens Banking Company. Precision Body and Frame. Complete auto collision and refinishing. 626-5339. That's Precision Body and Frame. Jim's Pizza Box. Located on Main Street in Huron. Also located on the square in beautiful downtown Milan. That's Jim's Pizza Box, Jim West and the gang. Miley Dentistry, located on Hull Road in Sandusky, 1323 Hull Road to be exact. Stephen C. Miley, DDS. Gilbert Plumbing with 24-hour service, 625-8877. 2121 Cleveland Road, Gilbert Plumbing. Cliff's Carryout on Pierce Street in Sandusky. The Sherd family have been serving our community for decades and decades. That's Cliff's Carryout. Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology. Doctors Barry, Felter, Wong, Alexa, and Morrow. Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology.
Second quarter from the jungle, Perkins. Possession of the basketball and trailing by 14 points at 20-6. These Tiger fans came into the gym lit up, and nothing has quieted them down. That might help a little bit, though. Nathan Williams with a putback and a free throw to boot. Nathan Williams getting the Pirates within 9 right here. He'll take the feed from Greg Schipple on his way to the basket. Strong with the left hand. Devin Matthews will get 1 out of 2 at the line right here as the Pirates trail it now by 8. Well, the first quarter break looks like the worst thing that could have happened to the Tigers. They were just on fire before the break. Now all of a sudden it's kind of like, okay, now how do we get this back in gear again? Turnover against the Tigers. The Pirates with an opportunity to take advantage right here. The rebound of Jared Lizzie will snuff out that opportunity. Followed by Curtis Lofties. And now it's the Tigers' turn to take time and figure out how to get this thing back in gear once again. As the Pirates actually have gone on an 11-point run right here, scoring the first 11 points of the quarter. There's a pretty follow right here by Lofties. Great touch. 20-17. Or it was 20-6 at the end of the quarter. The first 11 points coming for the Pirates to start off the second period of play. That's the thing about the Pirates. We've seen them down on several occasions this year. They don't panic, which is amazing when you stop and think about being dominated by sophomores. They just don't panic. It doesn't bother them. They come right back and make a game out of it. For the year under their belts this year, if that problem goes away next year with maturity. Jared Lizzie answering the bell for the Tigers and breaking that 11-point Pirate run. Well, it's been a game of momentum so far. Huron just dominating the whole first quarter, but the Pirates coming out strong in the second quarter. Greenewald keeping an eye on Dan Doster out front as the Pirates going to reset their offense. Lob entry pass for Scott Mannion, who's going to put one on the board for the Pirates. Get them right back to within 4 once again at 23-19. A good strong post up by Mannion. He gets the lob pass from Doster. Again, remember what Scott McVay told us about Scott Mannion. Their best player with his back to the basket. Shows you why right there. It was one of those patient possessions of the Tigers, but it didn't pay off. And now a nice spin move in the lane by Dan Doster. And we've got a 2-point ball game at 23-21. Lizzie all over the defense when Doster pulls off the dribble, and now Lizzie with a rebound. And here's another example of your post player able to run the floor and get the break going. This didn't finish that one up. A great hustle move on defense by Doster, who kind of redecorates the front row of bleachers as well. Tigers basketball with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and Huron holding a 2-point advantage in this ball game at 23-21. Scott McVay talking with his ball club, maybe even the officials. Oh, Brandon Jacobson. Gonna get the Tigers a little bit of breathing room here. He knocks down this jump shot with his foot right at that 3-point line. And the Tigers with a 4-point advantage at 25-21, as the official saying his foot was just touching that line. And there goes Devin Matthews to make it a 2-point ball game again at 25-23. Time winding down before halftime right here. Three-point basket from Lucas Bauer. And the Tigers doing a nice job of putting points on the board just before the quarters run out here in the first half, as they did it in the first quarter, courtesy of Jacobson, and they do it here in the second quarter, courtesy of Bauer. So you've got the Tigers in control by 5 at the half. Great second quarter, though, for the Pirates, with 17 points on the board to 8 for Huron. Got a 5-point game at the break. Huron 28, Perkins 23. This is TW Teleproductions Game of the Week.
Tonight's Game of the Week brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe across from the Sandusky Mall. Lee's Famous. Try the Buffalo Dippers. They are excellent at Lee's Famous. Also brought to you tonight by Groff Funeral Home, Perkins Avenue, Groff Funeral Home, serving our community for many, many years. That's Groff. Gunlock Heating and Air Conditioning, 626-4525. Gunlock Sheet Metal. Also sponsored tonight by the J.H. Ruth Packing Company, quality people making quality pork products. Home of Daisy Field, J.H. Ruth Packing Company. Also brought to you by Remax Quality Realty, 627-1996, where they're above the crowd. Remax Quality Realty. Family Dentistry, Doctors Craig T. Johnson and Lotta Stefano, located in the Perkins Professional Center on Bogart Road. National City Bank. 3 Sandusky locations to serve you. That's National City Bank. Fandemonium Magazine, appearing every Thursday in the Sandusky Register. Fandemonium Magazine. Well done piece of work. The Citizens Banking Company, with 24-hour banking and friendly staff, knowledgeable staff. The Citizens Banking Company. East Perkins Avenue branch shown there. Game League brought to you by Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Murray & Murray Trial Attorneys, Firelands Regional Medical Center, Fan of the Week, Parshall Rice Center. Three-pointer of the game, District Petroleum. Assist of the game, Ehovie Career Center. Cheerleader of the Week, Cameo Pizza. Pre-game, Buckeye Cable System. And the Money Shot by Mr. Money. More signs of good business, Victory Honda. Cleveland Road, also selling Volkswagens. That's Victory Honda Volkswagen. Tonight's game sponsored by Precision Body and Frame with complete auto collision and refinishing. 2803 Venice Road. Precision, the best in town. Tonight's game brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company. Here's the old clock, downtown Sandusky, and the Wayne and Water Street branch, the main branch, Citizens Banking Company. The good friends at United Way of Erie County, serving Erie County in so many ways. United Way of Erie County. Tonight's game brought to you by Quiznos Sub. Best sub around, I'm telling you. Toasty across from the mall on Milan Road. Quiznos Sub. The community at Parkview, Parkview Place and Parkview Healthcare Center. Beautiful campus at 3800 Boardwalk Boulevard. Sawmill Creek Resort, home of the Salmon Run Restaurant and the Black Bear Saloon. Beautiful facility, Sawmill Creek. Barnes Nursery and Garden Center. Start getting geared up for the spring rush over there, not that far in the future. Barnes Nursery and Garden Center. Mr. Money, our name is our business. Mr. Money in the Sandusky Plaza. Mr. Money. Those are our signs of good business.
All right, it is time to do some mini cheerleading.
Tonight's game brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury. Player of the game, Murray and Murray. Play of the game, Firelands Regional Medical Center. Fan of the week, Parshauer. Three-pointer of the game, District Petroleum and High Miler. Assist of the game, Ehovie Career Center. Cheerleader of the week, Cameo Pizza. Pre-game, Buckeye Cable System. The Money Shot, Mr. Money. Also sponsored tonight by Chet and Matt's Pizza, Strub Road. The community at Parkview. The Lodge at Sawmill Creek. Mr. Money. Barnes Nursery and Garden Center. The J.A. Truth Packing Company. The Citizens Banking Company. BGSU Firelands College. Foster Chevrolet.
Look at that big ugly machine on my face. I'll say anything you want to say. Just not in the proper frame of mind right there. 28-23 in favor of the Huron Tigers as we open up our second half of action from the jungle at Huron High School. First quarter belonged to Huron, second quarter belonging to Perkins. All the halftime adjustments, maneuvering being made. And one thing is constant. You got Jared Lizzie in the lineup. You're going to look for him. And the Tigers lead it by 7. senior class of the Tigers has put quite a run together here, and doing it at obviously the right time of year. People were beginning to wonder. I mean, their season opener against Port Clinton, they absolutely annihilated the Redskins, and it's like, wow, is this going to be a juggernaut or what? And Huron goes on and loses 4 straight games, and then, of course, all the talk was too many losses. Boy, it's going to be awful hard for them to get back in it. 12 wins in a row later, here they sit at 13-4 and SBC champions. Bob Isfording driving baseline right here. Jarrett Lizzie, no look. And Isfording cashes in. Lizzie gets the assist. Isfording with a basket. 9-point Huron lead. Outlet from Lizzie almost surprised Jacobson, and Lucas Bauer gets squared up, and tally-ho right out of the gates with 7 quick points, and all of a sudden it's a 12-point ball game once again. Perkins slow in getting out of the gates in this game, both in the first and second half, and it would cost them dearly. Dan Doster thought about it. Gets rid of it. And Nathan Williams going down pretty hard. Breaking the action with the Tigers up by a dozen. Don't forget, you can view Game of the Week clips at SanduskyRegister.com. Just get on the website, look in the upper right-hand corner of the web page, give it a click. See some of the great replays of the week right at home on your very own computer. And it's there when you want it, at the click of your mouse. Great acceleration by Devin Matthews to get the first points of the second half on the board for Perkins. Take another look once again as Devin kind of hesitates here a little bit. Uses that screen from Mannion. And after the hesitation, great body control. You see more and more out of these sophomores all the time from Perkins and make you think, wow, one of these next couple of years are really going to be interesting. A JV team that's only lost 2 games all year, dominated by sophomores. I guess now they've lost 3 after falling at Crestview over the weekend. For Huron, they'll be reloading next year. They're losing all those seniors you saw as a part of seniors night at the beginning of the telecast. But for Perkins, there are great days ahead. Like clockwork with Kyle Hallock knocking down 2. And just like clockwork at the other end with Jared Lizzie. Tigers up by a dozen again at 39-27. Pull-up jumper by Trevor Greenewald, and all of a sudden it's the Tigers opening things up once again and matching their biggest lead of 14 points at 41-27, but Dan Doster makes quick work of that 14-point lead. 43-29 as we're going to take another look at Jared Lizzie once again. Big guy who really handles the ball very well. Baseline opening, yeah, I'm going to take that. Without a dribble, takes it up strong to the hole for 2 more. And the Tigers jump that lead back up to 14 at 43-29. Concerned Scott McVeigh looking over the situation. And Trevor Greenewald taking a break for Huron. And once again, the Tigers just keeping all sorts of pressure on the Pirates. You're going to look at Lucas Bauer, going to leave him alone long enough and says, well, nothing else. Why not knock down a 3? And Bauer building that lead to 46-30. This now the biggest lead for the Tigers to this point in the ball game. Nice speed from Doster down low to Greg Schiffel. Pretty good looks for the Tigers that time that won't go down. And a chance for the Pirates to creep a little closer here as we watch Kyle Halleck with one of his patented moves just beating people to the hole. Pirates could use a few of those to creep back closer in this ball game. Greg Schiffel taking it strong, and Bob Isfording may not agree, but he got the foul call nonetheless, and Schiffel knocking down 2 at the line to make it a 10-point ball game again at 46-36. Well, the Tigers scored last in the first quarter. They scored last in the second quarter with time running out. Now we're at 30 seconds to go, and voila, here's Huron with the basketball all over again, looking for the last points of the quarter. Clock coming down to about 10. You'll start seeing the Tigers work in now and go for that last shot. How about that? They did it again. Greenewald with a penetration and the dish to Lizzie. That's not just good coaching. That's kids absorbing what's being taught in practice. Use the clock. And that guy right there getting results from this Tiger basketball team as they lead it by a dozen after 3 quarters. 48-36 Huron. One more quarter of basketball to go on TW Teleproductions Game of the Week. Great job, Dino.
More Game of the Week sponsors: Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Murray & Murray Trial Attorneys, Firelands Regional Medical Center, Parshauer Eye Center, District Petroleum, Ehovie Career Center, Cameo Pizza, Buckeye Cable System, Mr. Money. And our signs of good business tonight include Snow Trails. In Mansfield, Coach's Sports Corner, 1164 Cleveland Road, Coach's Sports Corner. During the Sandusky Plaza, of course. Tonight's Game of the Week also brought to you by Key Bank. Achieve anything at Key Bank with 3 locations to serve you best. Key Bank. All-Phase Power and Lighting Electrical Contractor. Campbell Street, absolutely the best electrical contractor in our parts. That's All-Phase Power and Lighting. Chicago Hair, 2 locations, one in the Perkins Plaza and another in Parkview Place. Chicago Hair. Marconi's Restaurant in Huron. Carlo and the gang at Marconi's, they have the best Italian food in our area, I guarantee that. Northern Ohio Regional Imaging Center, 621-0858. Professional staff and a beautiful facility. Pell's Lettering Shirt Shack, located, of course, on Milan Road across from the Sandusky Mall. You'll see the lighted palm trees at Pell's Lettering Shirt Shack. Bowling Green State University, Firelands College. The 360 degree awaits you at Bowling Green, Firelands College. Asher Brothers Auto Parts, one of our fine sponsors. Also tonight brought to you by Toff Funeral Home and Crematory, Columbus Avenue. Periodical Publishers Service Bureau, Incorporated. Manny's Sports Bar and Grill. Best salads in town. Snow Trail Ski Area. United Way of Erie County. Precision Body and Frame. Buckeye Cable System. Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. More signs of good business. They help bring the game to you, and they include the Citizens Banking Company, Castelia branch. 208 South Washington Street in Castelia, the Citizens Banking Company. O.E. Meyer, the home of No Hassle Propane. 419-621-4201. O.E. Meyer, Precision Body and Frame, complete auto collision and refinishing. Venice Road. Game of the Week sponsored tonight by Berardi's Family Kitchen. Boy, they did a great job of raising money for the tsunami victims. Berardi's. Taste the homemade touch at Berardi's. Foster Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac. They're the obvious choice, of course. Hayes Avenue, Foster Chevrolet. Window Incorporated, always out there helping all kinds of people. It's Window Incorporated on Water Street. Steve Window and everyone. Window says hello. The UPS store, Milan Road and the Outback Plaza. They will sell your stuff on eBay. That's the UPS store. Manny's Sports Tavern and Grill, one of my favorite locations. Great food, great people. Manny's.
Time now for the Cheerleader of the Week, brought to you by the Cameo.
Hi, my name's Allison Berka. I'm a senior. Go Tigers.
And that's your Cheerleader of the Week, sponsored each week by Cameo Pizza. And your Fan of the Week up next, sponsored by Parshauer Eye Center on Hayes Avenue. I don't know what to make of that, but that's your Fan of the Week for Parshauer Eye Center on Hayes Avenue in Sandusky. And we're underway in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Jared Lizzie scoring first, and the Tigers up by 14 points now. And the Pirates in a deep hole. Great work on the offensive boards by Greg Schippel. A couple of offensive boards, and then the basket. And it's a 12-point game again. Huron is a very difficult team to battle back against. The Pirates did it once in this game, got back to within 2 after being down by 14. Oh boy, it's just such a tall order to try and get back from a huge deficit against these guys, because they just don't give you a lot of good looks. You have to work for everything. You can see Kyle Hallock working hard there with a couple of shot opportunities, but boy, they are just playing awesome defense, as they usually do. And boy, if you can play defense, you're always going to be in games, and you give yourself so many chances just to win basketball games. Trevor Greenewald knocks down that jump shot. And the Tigers continue to put some space between themselves and the Pirates here at 53-38. We'll take another look once again at the feed from Kevin Craig. And Greenewald with the opportunity right there to get nice and square. And it knocks that thing down. out here. Bob Isfording. Slam dunk time. Take another look once again as Bob gets the steal. And he's getting himself all loaded up. And kapow! As if the Tiger fans didn't have enough to yell about already. The thrill of a lifetime when you get a chance to do that in a ball game. And the Tigers now just running away. Sports Center at Clear Channel Sandusky, a busy weekend coming up and a busy week ahead with tournaments opening up next week. We wrap up the regular season with Port Clinton and St. Mary Central Catholic Friday night. Game break updates from 5 other game sites as well. I think I just saw that head again. I'm not sure, and it's still bouncing for crying out loud. It is just all Huron right now. They're sensing victory. They're sensing the jugular vein here with 5.5 to go, up by 19 points. And the Tigers, for this senior class, going to go out as SBC champions in their senior season. As I'm sure at this point a lot of them had been hearing the scores that have been going on at Fort Clinton because Margaretta was just absolutely making mincemeat of Fort Clinton. And that puts the Redskins 2 games down with just 1 to go, and simple math gives the sole SBC championship to the Tigers. They will have to share it with nobody. And I'm sure when you take a look into the thinking processes of some of these younger Pirates now, that's what they want to start establishing at their place too for next year, and they'll have a shot to do it. There's going to be, we've got so many young basketball teams this year in the SBC. Besides Huron and Edison, they have been senior dominated, but other than that, it's been a pretty young league, so it's going to be pretty interesting here in the next couple of years. Some of these younger players grow into their roles as varsity players. See who's going to step forward and be the dominant force for the next couple of years. Fort Clinton certainly has that chance. These Perkins Pirates have that opportunity. St. Mary's will be loaded with seniors next year, and who knows? One thing is certain, it'll be a lot of fun, just like this year was. We'll see how it all shakes out. For about half the season, the SBC, from top to bottom, there was like 2-3 games from the top of the standings to the bottom of the standings. Before it finally shook out with Huron getting on a streak that just nobody could figure out how to stop. There are your SBC champion Huron Tigers for 2004 and 2005. 68-52 the final, a 16-point win for the Scarlet and Gray. Here comes your assist of the game, which is brought to you by Hobie Career Center in Milan. There were a bunch of them right here. I guess maybe the floor gets an assist on this too. As Curtis Lofties starts the break, you can see him looking around. Where am I going to go? Finds that back door open, the back side open for Nathan Williams, and Curtis Lofties will get our assist of the game, sponsored each telecast by Hobie Career Center in Milan. Your three-pointer of the game up next, brought to you by District Petroleum and your area High Miler stores. Well, you look. Is that a three-pointer? Maybe we'll debate it with the official, but it's awful daggum close to it. As your near three-pointer of the game for High Miler and your District Petroleum affiliates across northern Ohio. And it goes to Brandon Jacobson. Your three-pointer of the game for District Petroleum. We move on to your play of the game, which is up next for Firelands Regional Medical Center in Sandusky. And how could it be anything but Big Bob Isfording ramming one down for your Firelands Regional Medical Center play of the game. Look at the fans in the background. They are loving it. Bob kind of got a kick out of it, too. It's your play of the game brought to you by Firelands Regional Medical Center. And your player of the game brought to you by Murray & Murray Trial Attorneys. It is number 23, Jared Lizzie. 9 baskets, 3 out of 5 at the free throw line. That's a 21-point total. High for the Tigers. And congratulations to Jared Lizzie in his final home game as a Tiger, getting player of the game for Murray & Murray Trial Attorneys. Well, it's not their final home game of the year, is it? It was the last one they had against SBC teams. They've got Sandusky High they're going to be playing in an independent game, and we're going to have that one for you coming up next week as our final regular season presentation of the game of the week. And then, of course, tournament action follows. So lots yet to come. Thanks for joining us. That's our money shot right there, brought to you by Mr. Money. I almost forgot all about it, for crying out loud. Your money shot for Mr. Money, and now cutting down to the nets, as the Tigers will have these nets as their souvenirs of their SBC championship for this year. And they just keep on rolling along. Now, I'll tell you what, Tigers with a 13-4 record, 12-game winning streak. They go up against a Sandusky team they haven't beaten in 13 years. So, will the winning streak go on? Or will the blue streak dominance in the independent series against the Tigers continue? And as many as, you look back through the years and see 13 straight wins for Sandusky High, there are some really good games in there. And history has been the Tigers will run with them, they'll stay with them, and all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, it starts going Sandusky's way. So we'll see. Huron can run with just about anybody. Sandusky will love to play that pressure and up-tempo style of game as well. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. We'll have it all for you on, of course, our next presentation, the game of the week, coming up next week. In tournament time, of course, Huron gets the number 2 seed over at Norwalk, and that is just going to be a beast of a sectional. The Tigers, with 3 games in the last week of the season, it was huge for them to get that second seed, so they got a chance to take a bye in the opening round. So they're in the sectional championship at Norwalk a week from Friday. And, of course, these Perkins Pirates will be taking part in the Division II action at Sandusky High School, with Port Clinton in front of them, so it'll be a tough road to hoe for the Pirates. But tournaments are coming up next week. Here's the winningest coach in the history of Huron High School, Dino Caparini, doing the final cut on the SBC Championship nets. Congratulations to the Huron Tigers, SBC champions for this year, and we'll see you again next week with these Tigers and Sandusky Blue Streaks on TW Teleproductions Game of the Week. And what a lot of fun it is going to be. A little problem with that last little loop coming out of the rim. See a lot of Tiger folks hanging around and waiting for the net to be cut down, and the team pictures and the latest chapter of the Dino Caparini legacy at Huron High School taking form right before your eyes. A lot of pride in what they've accomplished. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us once again on TW Teleproductions Game of the Week.
A place where not only do they have 2 men on them, but they've got the half-court line or the out-of-bounds line as a third defender.
And you know what, Mike? I thought in the first half they did a good job of avoiding that, of being very conscious of that, but it required a lot of work in the first half because the streaks were still new and juiced up. Maybe trying to look more for the offensive end and getting lost on the court here now in those danger zones against the streak defense here in this third quarter.
In a game like this, the thing you have to wonder is the Huron Tigers expend so much energy to get back into this game and take the lead. Now, are they going to have
Creative Floors and Carpet Town are merging, becoming Flooring America Sandusky, the area's largest carpet and flooring center. We're moving and reducing our inventory to make room in our new showroom at 2022 East Perkins. Since we're overstocked, Flooring America Sandusky can now offer you the guaranteed best pricing possible on any flooring. Save up to 70% off on all in-stock carpet, tile, vinyl, and wood flooring. Hurry in, sell ends January 28th. Flooring America Sandusky at 2022 East Perkins. Announcing an indoor used car sale so big that only Casper can do it. With savings up to 50% off Kelly Blue Book on hundreds of late model cars and trucks in every price category. Many are indoors, including demonstrators, off-lease specials, factory official cars, and specially purchased program vehicles. Sale prices are clearly marked and the savings are spectacular at your Casper Auto Stores in Sandusky, Bellevue, and Norwalk.
Casper can, Casper can, Casper can.
I'm so sorry now. I'm so sorry. I'm so...
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Everybody! Smelly cat, it's not your fault. Monica!
They won't take you to the vet.
Chandler!
Obviously not their favorite pet.
Joey!
You're lying. You don't want to be a pilot. You just want to impress your father.
Now, come on, Vivi. I ain't doing this just for him. There's a war on. It'd be wrong not to go.
You'd be wrong to leave me here. You said...
I'm sorry, Babe. It's already done. Besides, I gotta do something right for the old man.
Will you come back?
Kidding, of course I will.
Swear on the Virgin.
I swear.
Swear on your mother's life.
I swear. Now, I want you to make me a promise. Promise me that when I come home from fighting this war, you'll be the one I come home to. You understand?
What if I'm away being a big city newspaper woman?
Vivi, you can do anything you set your mind to. You know that, don't you?
He made me swear not to till he told you himself.
Well, you should have warned me. What did Geneviève say?
Oh, she cried and begged him to change his mind. And then Daddy called her unpatriotic. He gave a speech and made a toast. Her mama swore she'd never drink her son going to war, so now Daddy's in the doghouse.
Amen.
There's not a gosh darn breeze in the entire state of Louisiana. Someone please ring me out.
We cannot just sit here and puddle.
We have to make our own doggone breeze.
You don't have to have a hanger to be a broker or a banker. No, sirree, just got to find another son-in-law.
No.
You didn't even think of trying.
Don't you do that.
Had a social life. Second to you will be another son-in-law. Take like the least desire to set the world on fire. Just we should make it right. Oh, now, old man,
Pull over, Teensy. I mean it. Honey, if you can't talk your way out of this one, then I know what. We're going straight to hell. Ha-cha-cha.
Yeah, we went to jail. I was so proud.
Mama was a bad influence.
If it weren't for you, our moral fiber would have been shredded to tattered rags.
Teensy, smack her for me.
Hey, kids, to give you a timeout.
Baby?
Yes?